We cut across to the latest coming in the hit and run case in Pune, where it is an explosive reaction in connection to the Pune murder investigation. VVIP Brat's lawyer has now gone on to say that the accused was drinking because he suffers from depression, a mental health theory that is now being peddled after the lawyer said that the VVIP killer was drinking to celebrate earlier. We'll try and play out that reaction shortly, as this is the statement coming from Prashant Patil, who is defending the minor accused in this case. And he has gone on to say that the very reason that the accused was drinking was because he was suffering from depression. Remember this, as the previous tests had let him free of consuming alcohol, but the CCTV footage had revealed that he was very much drinking. Now, this is an admission coming in from the lawyer who's peddled a mental health theory. Listen it.
रिहैबिलिटेशन होम इसमें रखने का आदेश दिया हुआ है। इस दौरान उनका पूरा एक पैरामीटर सेट किए हुए कि इस 15 दिनों में इन्होंने क्या करना है चाइल्ड इन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट विद लॉ में। उसके लिए एक साइकेट्रिस्ट, साइकोलॉजिस्ट काउंसलिंग, जो भी उसको मेन स्ट्रीम में लाने के लिए जो भी उसको ज़रूरत है मेंटल हेल्थ उसकी ठीक करने की, उसके लिए उन्होंने कुछ डायरेक्शंस दिए हुए। वो सारे डायरेक्शंस कल हम बता पाएंगे, क्योंकि आज स्पीकिंग ऑर्डर या रिटन ऑर्डर नहीं हुई, आज एक ऑपरेटिव पार्ट ऑफ ऑर्डर हुआ है। जब ऑर्डर हमारे हाथ में आएगी सर्टिफिकेट, उसके बारे में हम लोग बात कर पाएंगे। माइनर या एडल्ट, इसके ऊपर जो बहस होनी चाहिए उसके लिए एक प्रोसीजर है जुवेनाइल जस्टिस एक्ट में। जुवेनाइल जस्टिस एक्ट का जो स्कीम है, वो स्कीम ये कहता है कि अगर किसी नाबालिग को चाइल्ड इन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट इन लॉ को अरेस्ट होती है या उसके ऊपर कोई एफआईआर होती है, उसके 1 महीने के बाद 30 डेज में चार्जशीट फाइल करते इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग एजेंसीज। चार्जशीट फाइल होने के बाद और 2 महीने की प्रोसीजर है, जिसमें उसका साइकोलॉजिकल असेसमेंट, सोशल बिहेवियर, डी एडिक्शन, ये सारे पैरामीटर्स टेस्ट किए जाते हैं। उसके लिए उस माइनर को या उस चाइल्ड इन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट इन लॉ को किसी भी रिहैब होम में रहने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। देयर इज़ नो प्रिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ दैट इन द लॉ। उस चीज़ के लिए अगर वो रिहैब होम से बाहर भी है, फिर भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन कंटिन्यूड रहेगा। उसके बावजूद जुवेनाइल जस्टिस बोर्ड उसके पैरामीटर्स चेक करते रहते हैं, क्योंकि उनके पास रिपोर्ट्स और कंप्लाइंस रिपोर्ट्स फाइल होती है। और उसके बाद, मतलब आज से कम 90 डेज के बाद, वेदर द पर्सन जो कंसर्न CCL है, चाइल्ड इन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट विद लॉ, उनको एडल्ट करके ट्रीट करेंगे या माइनर करके ट्रीट करेंगे, ये प्रोसीजर 90 दिनों के बाद आएगी।
Right, so that's the statement coming in from Prashant Patil, who's defending the accused in the Pune hit and run case, where he's gone on to push the mental health theory. He's also gone on to say that the accused was very much drunk, but the reason he gives for his drinking is that he was suffering from depression. Now remember, this marks a turning point in this case, as there has been a massive cover-up attempt and glaring lapses as far as the investigation is concerned. The Pune top cop, who spoke to Arnab Goswami last night on the debate, has admitted that 2 blood samples were taken, and this in a gap of 4 hours. Not just this, the 2 blood samples that were collected at different hospitals from the accused. Why is it that the police took this route, and has there been a cover-up attempt? Now, don't forget that an underworld link that has also been drawn to the family.
My question to Amitesh Kumar, who's Commissioner of Pune, joining me live is, Mr. Kumar, is it only the Juvenile Justice Board or the courts who were manipulated, who have made a mistake? Or would you think there was some mistake done by the police as well in handling the case?
I would say I would not be able to comment about the court or the Juvenile Justice Board, but I can say that the most stringent possible path which was possible was adopted in this case right from Sunday morning, Sunday forenoon. The act of applying section 304 IPC, which is culpable homicide not amounting to murder, which has 10 years of punishment. Our suo moto action of moving an application to try him as an adult under the provisions of the Juvenile Justice Act, because the said act was a heinous crime, was all done on Sunday itself. much before the media and the public outrage, we had booked the father and the pub owners and managers under section 75 and 77 of the Juvenile Justice Act, which I would say would be the first or maybe very few of instances where the father has been booked and section 77 has been invoked against persons who have served liquor to underage people.
I just want to intervene there, Mr. Kumar.
Yeah.
You are saying that there were cases filed against the pub owners, there were cases filed against the father. Why did he allow his son to drive a car? But it must be obvious to you that those are lesser offences than the case of murder. I truly, Mr. Kumar, am not very impressed with the fact that you have filed cases against the father and the bar owner. You need to answer on why a long rope was given to this boy. Were there 2 blood samples which were taken? Was there manipulation of the blood samples? Because it is obvious with evidence to me that the boy was drunk. In fact, he drank 49,000 rupees worth of liquor in 90 minutes. Were there 2 blood samples taken? And why were 2 blood samples taken if it is true?
See, number one, it is wrong to say that a long rope was given to the boy. You must understand that whatever best was possible was applied. It was unfortunate, it was unacceptable to us that the court had rejected both our applications of trying him as an adult and allowing him to go out on bail, despite our efforts that he should be sent to the remand, to the observation home, and should be tried as an adult. So there is absolutely no truth in the fact that a long rope was given. Now, 2 issues on the blood report. Number one, that yes, 2 blood samples were collected as a matter of precaution. Just in case one blood report gets tampered with, we have the other one with us.